Tjenare, Secretly. How are you doing?
Tjena. I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Well, pretty good, I have to say, considering the current situation. You guys inched the victory today against Navi. First of all, I think we can both agree that Shate is a beast, no matter how old he gets, right?
Well, for sure. I mean, that clutch he did is just ice cold. And the thought process he had as well, he cycled his statue nades perfectly to like knock down the camera they had. It was great. It was a great clutch for sure. And he had so many good moments this game. And Reynolds, I might add as well. Like Reynolds also had some of those extremely impactful moments, like the last round, for example. Yeah, the old squad, the boomers, they're coming through for us.
Definitely so. The people that played in first invite, pretty much. But I have to say, when you guys were attacking onto Church against Navi, it felt like you had better control of it. We couldn't quite see it from our perspective with our observing, but were you guys getting picks off of Navi as they got aggressive and peeked into you, or was it you finding the right angles against them in quick peeks? We couldn't quite see. Could you please explain it?
It was more them going aggressive, I feel like, because usually I of course didn't see the perspective of all my teammates, but usually in scrims it comes down to the wire, right? And we need to really work a lot harder for our picks, and we end up planting in very awkward positions or situations, but we didn't really have to do that today, apart from, you know, one round came down to a 2v1 against the guy inside of Church, right? But overall we got a lot more picks and a lot more freedom towards the end of rounds than we usually get, so I definitely think it was them being a bit too over aggressive.
Yeah, and a bit over-eager even. It's a bit of an oddity looking back at Navi's performance over the last few play days, but that's one part. There's another. Some people might not have been around for a long time and didn't see that double mirror reinforcement that you did inside a bathroom. Could you explain the reasoning behind it? Because, you know, some people might just not understand why it's done that way.
Well, the reason why you put the two walls there is because you get such a better angle there, and you have the rest of it reinforced. You can just pop out from so many different places compared to if you have a solid wall and then a soft wall next to it. Everyone knows that, okay, this is exactly where he's going to peak when it comes, right? So it's just to, you know, put an extra hurdle for them to get by. Unfortunately for us, they did pretty well. They were on point with their nades and such, but you know, it's one of those things where you just throw it at them and see if it works or not.
And in this case, it didn't quite, but it was definitely, you know, going into the right vein, to say the least. Well, you guys have been performing, you know, decently today with this matchup. It was a tight one nonetheless, but you denied Navi from holding on to their second position. There's still Empire that can upset later on in their game versus Rogue in just a few minutes. So in this, your performance in Nordic Championship as well, all of that going well to some extent. Anything you'd like to say to not only end this matchup and this interview, but this season as a whole for Chaos and in preparation for season 12 of Pro whatever it is?
You know, this was, you know, one of those seasons again where we started off really strong, but then we just kind of fell flat on our face. And I'll be honest, like the last couple of like 2 weeks, it's been rough on us. So getting this win now to like end off the season, because we haven't been feeling so great, right? Like these last few weeks, I'm not gonna lie. So this one definitely felt good, and it's gonna, hopefully we can carry this momentum with us for a while now. And you know, there's not much to do now. It's just play our Nordic games and try to come back strong for next season, right? There's gonna be a lot more Siege to play.
Yeah, pretty much. So for everybody that's fans of Chaos, of course, you can watch them in basically the Nordics tournament, and it's on live during the week, so you can check them out on there if you want to support them, and the other teams as well in the region that are playing as nationals have become more and more of an important thing in Europe. Secretly, thank you so much, and for the rest of the team for your performance during this season and for this matchup here against Navi. I hope to see you very, very soon, in person or not, but hey, hopefully next season will be, you know, even better.
I'm sure it will be. Thank you very much for this season. Hopefully I'll see you soon, man.
Thank you so much, Secretly. Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Hello.
What's up, Daniel? How you doing?
Of course, fine, as always. Привет.
Where's your dad? Where is he here to celebrate with us?
I don't know. Right now, he's not here.
So he's not going to be jumping into the room at any point. Okay,
Yeah,
fair
but
enough.
he's screaming in the other room. for sure, 100%.
Well, Joystick, congratulations today. Again, Team Empire, you guys are still in the running for number 2 in EU. It can happen. It just depends on what happens later on with the matchup with G2. There's some differentials to look at, rounds, etc. In the end, you came back in this matchup against Rogue. Let's be honest, Rogue didn't really have anything to lose in this game. Were you expecting something funny to come out from them?
Yeah, no, and of course we know that this match maybe not be serious as always because they are on the first place already and they not lose anything, but they try some different stuff like with the fuse, and it was really scary in the last round. They are fusing us, and I don't know, my heart was beating so hard because I was like below this fuse and I have half HP. Yeah, it was really scary, but I don't think for them it was really funny match. I think they play serious, so
do you think though
we have no pressure because we don't lose anything too, so
fair enough.
Yeah,
I mean, do you think the fuse was a conscious pick? Like, do you think that he actually has space in PL? Because we pretty much never see the operator get played. Are there any alterations or the way that he is now that would make him, in your opinion, a Pro League viable operator?
Yeah, I think he's good because right now he have a really good damage and better than before. And I think, yes, it's pretty good right now.
All right. Well, that said, this is the last time we'll see you this season, Joystick, and it ended on a victory, which is always a good thing for any team. But is there anything you'd like to say to the Team Empire fans that supported you through these past 6 months that were definitely not as easy as anybody would have thought for the squad?
Of course, as always, we love you all, guys. You are the best, and yeah, that's all. I don't know what to say anymore. We love you.
Right. Я люблю тебя, Joystick. It's tons of love, that's for sure. So again, thank you so much for your participation in this Pro League season. Joystick, good luck in a Russian Major League for yourself and Forz and all the other teams in there. If you guys are fans of Team Empire and you want to watch them play, Russian Major League is the place to go and keep up with them until we start up the future of Pro League. That'll be season 12 or whatever it'll be called. We'll talk about that later. Joystick, thank you so much. Good night.
Thanks.
До свидания. Bye-bye.
Good night, you too.
Hey, Milos, how you doing?
Good evening, Shas. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in ages, but here we are. I assume that you're in Berlin now with the rest of the squad?
Yeah, we're all in Berlin now, all moved into the flats, feeling nice and cozy. I got all the team running around like crazy right now, distracting me. But no, they're happy.
All right, fair enough. Well, there's Hey, Sua. Isn't Kanto cute? Okay, can we agree on that?
He's very cute.
He's very cute.
Very, very cute.
Shas, you guys have been, working on your team bonding and, all of that throughout the past month or so. Everybody's moved into Berlin. It's been definitely a struggle over the past few months, bringing in new players, new talents, making them fit in with the squad. Do you think that you've really found the right combination here, bringing Citizen and Virtue over with the team, especially since you've spent the past 3 weeks kind of learning how to live around one another?
Yeah, I think the players that we have on the roster is exactly what we want and we need. I think that we're moving away from like a meta where it's very stagnant. You have the kind of 20-second meta where you can have everything set up, but if you can punch through that, you want to just keep steamrolling because you don't want to give them a chance to reset up their defenses, right? So I think that we have the right talent, but I think it's going to take us a couple more months to really gel and work out what we want to do because there's still we have a bit of differing ideologies still. So we just need to work that few kinks out and then I think we'll be fine.
Definitely so. I mean, G2 definitely has the amount of support staff that's required for all of this. Between you, Fresh, and Sua, you're all doing your best to kind of put them all in shape. It's your job as the head coach in this. What does it really revolve around? Because many people only have this, in my opinion, a very narrow definition of a coach, which is I am crunching Excel sheets all day. And it doesn't seem like that's the case for you and for most people in your position.
Well, at the moment I'm doing managerial stuff as well. So most of the time that we've actually spent here has been obviously complicated by like the global situation.
Yeah.
So we've not actually had that much time to prep, to practice, to really go through too much theory. Like we're always like the second half of this Pro League, we've pretty much been playing maps because we think it's a scrim and we need time to practice. So there's no point us going into deep dive analytics on that side from all the support stuff because we still need to get our fundamentals down.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you work up from, but obviously you cannot start building that G2 legacy as it was in the past before you have the stable base where you know which player will be fitting in which role, and from then on really start building on top of it, build those strategies with the squad. That said, today, it was a tough game against Force, not so easy as some might have been thinking after their game against Na'Vi last week. Were there any special operators that were looking to ban against them? Because they definitely went for that Monty ban. It's a reaction from last week and what you guys usually do on this map. Anything you see that is a big hole in Force's play?
No, like I said before, like we're basically just banning so that we have one-to-one similarity with what we've been scrimming, because we've got really we haven't had a lot of time to practice a lot of different variations. So we're literally banning for our own comfort, and then in 2 months, once we've had all the preparation time, we know that we can be flexible. Then we'd be looking more the target ban.
Yeah, it's definitely a process. Well, that said, Shas, I think that's pretty much it for now. This is the end of the season. You guys secured your second spot in EU Pro League. Many people had, many doubts going into the season. Haha, G2 saving strats, G2 washed, all of that.
We're always saving strats.
Always saving strats. Even with that, even with a new lineup, you're still in second place. So anything you want to say to the doubters out there, but also for a lot of the fans that were still behind you and sticking behind G2 this whole time?
Well, of course, thank you to all the fans that really stuck with us. It's a massive kind of, I guess, image change, you want to say, obviously with Fabian parting ways and then having 2 new players really coming on the roster. So thank you to you for sticking by us. And for all those doubters and haters, then I guess you got to wait 2 months and see what happens.
All right. Well, that's it. Shas, congratulations again on your victory and that second place position. You're going to earn yourself a pretty darn nice check, 22.5K for the squad in PL earnings. Is of course fan base grows and everything that goes with it with the pilot program. Yeah. I honestly can't wait to see you very soon, my friend. Now that the season is done, maybe we can sit back and have a nice, relaxing few games with Kat. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Definitely.
All right, Chess. Thanks so much.
You.
Cheers.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye. Good night. Bonsoir, Bastien. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm good, and you, Milosh?
Not too shabby, I have to say. We had some pretty exciting games today. Second team in EUPL has been decided. Rogue is number 1, G2 is number 2. We got big fights between Fours, Fours and G2 for that spot. Na'Vi losing out on their matchup. It's been definitely a grind fest today, but there's definitely been a decent chunk of cash handed out between everybody. You guys retain your position. Decent chunk of money for you at the end of the day. How is the same against BDS? Were you guys looking forward to going to this map in particular against BDS?
Yeah, we made our homework on every play days. Even if at the end the play days was not the most important, we knew that we could only be 6 at the best for the best. So we just didn't give up, not giving. We'd make our homework and we played the game at 100%. Just to finish the season properly, and we did it. So I'm proud of the team and see you next season now for some other play days.
So, looking at BDS, you guys don't have really a French rivalry anymore between you, as much as we would like to say that. But it seemed like in this game, it was way easier for you to find Shaiko and those early picks specifically before you get on a site. Do you think that it's because BDS were getting over-aggressive against you and you were capitalizing on that with your own information, or was it just you pushing into them regularly?
it's kind of both. Like I think we were prepared about BDS play styles, that they are playing a lot on Sheko, relying a lot on Sheko plays and picks, early picks. So we managed to control that, and at the same time, I think they didn't get their best day too. Like to be honest, we had a pretty good day. We had, like you said, some early picks, some like a lot of double, triple kills at the same times. So it just helped a lot for the attacks. And yeah, I don't know, like we just play on their mistakes and we played good. So yeah, it's always helping the team when you have early picks like that.
And
especially on Sheko.
I want to ask a question. Goga was when you guys were attacking server, Goga opened the wall, and the moment that he clicked on his thermite charge, he ran all the way back to the warehouse spawn and sat on that catwalk. What's the reason to do that?
Just to, like, you need to, we're opening this wall to have, like, obviously control on the server side, but we are not attacking like deep on this side. Like, we are not putting all our resources there. So Goga is just there to cut the lines and trying to like pressure them. So you don't need to play like aggressive on the side, on the balcony. And when he's playing on the balcony, he can get picked from a lot of angles, like from the close railway, he can get picked from garage door, catwalk. So he's alone, so you don't need to take this risk. And it's also a position that you are not expecting when you are picking the bridge. The most of the time, the player are playing on the balcony. So yeah, he's doing like he wants. Like we said, you need to hold this, and after he just managed to do it. Like if you want to rappel or playing back in the spawn, you can do it.
All right, BiBoo, thanks so much for that explanation. Though, anything you would like to say at the end of a victorious game here, finishing up Season 11 for Vitality? You guys are not in the top 2, but still good performance, recovering. You have a completely different lineup. Many people are looking forward to seeing more of you in the next season.
Yeah, just thanks a lot for all the supporters, for all the staff and Vitality stuff. Like they are just supporting us until the end. Sorry for the poor performance in the second half. We messed up a little bit, and yeah, we tried to fix it, but didn't work in time to get in the top 2 or top 4. And just thank you, Milosh, and all the casters for the cast every day. Even with quarantine, it's not like easy, but we are still doing it, and we are still playing, and you are still casting. ESL stuff too. So thanks for a lot. I hope everyone enjoyed the Pro League, and see you next season, guys.
Thank you so much, BiBoo. I can't wait for all of us to be back and going through EUPL in every region. Seeing you guys playing again and playing through the season was definitely a treat. I can't wait to see everybody being back and playing. Competition is at its best, and I think we're all excited to what the future of CH is going to look like. So I hope that we'll meet again very, very soon, my friend, and continue on this legacy of PL. Thank you again, Bastien. Hope to see you soon. Bonne nuit. Bye-bye.
Bonne nuit. Goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye.